So let's talk about, what does today's job seeker need to know?
So I think the biggest thing people need to know today is that attention spans have gotten even shorter. So though your resume is still the most important thing, hiring managers and recruiters spend, I think it's like 6 seconds looking at resumes before they say yes or no. That was a recent stat from Glassdoor. It's as quick as that. It's almost like Tinder, just swiping left and right. So your resume really needs to say really clearly that you can do the job.
So resumes still are a thing.
Yes.
What do you need to know about writing a good resume?
So I think there's a lot of stuff out there telling you need to have this template and this look. The most important thing is
a lot of people do care about that part.
I always tell people start with the content. In the end, I don't really care what your resume looks like as long as it tells me you can do the job.
Yeah.
I would say unless your job is design or something like that, then yes, your design really matters.
Yeah, that's a great point.
If you're a regular office person, one of us, just make sure it says you specifically can do what the job is asking you to do.
What are some of those biggest mistakes that people make when they are job hunting?
So I think, first of all, they don't proofread their resume. This happens a lot, and there's weird typos and inconsistencies. Resume writing is not fun. I know this. I make my recruiters try to rewrite theirs every couple years just to stay in the habit of it, and we know it's not easy. But you do have to have somebody else read it out loud. That works really well. That's how you catch when you write 8 instead of right, and it's still spell check didn't catch that for you because it's a real word. So that's a good way to make sure it makes sense. And then make sure you include specifics, so facts. Things like I managed 4 people, not just I managed people.
Sure.
That will help you stand out as well.
So when you talk about they take such little time to scan a resume, that probably inflicts a lot of fear into people thinking, well, what do I need to catch them with in those 6 seconds? So what are some of those things you want to make sure you capture in that short window of time that they're reviewing your resume?
It's very true. But luckily, if you're applying to a job, they've told you what they want to see.
Yeah.
So it's really taking the time to look at that job post and say, okay, what are the top 3 requirements I think they want, and make sure that's in your resume.
That makes sense.
That's what they're scanning for.
Yeah, that makes sense, Ellen. All right, what's the difference between when I apply for a job on a job board, a company website, or let's say through a headhunter of some sort?
So for a company website or a job board, it's going to be pretty similar for the process after you apply. Either way, just follow the rules. When they say email it, cover letter, have a cover letter. If you're going through a headhunter recruiting agency, you are going to first meet with a recruiter there who's a little bit more of your ally. They don't get paid till you get a job, so they want you to get that job. So they're definitely going to get you in potentially to new companies. I just tell people, if you do work with outside firms, that's what we do, so I obviously am a fan, but make sure you keep really good records of where you apply, because you don't want to get double submitted. You don't want to have all of your resumes crossing each other. It makes you look disorganized, and clients will see that.
And nobody wants a disorganized person. All right, final question for you, Ellen. What is the most important thing that one must know during this job hunt?
So this might surprise you, but I think the most important thing for job hunting is to get the right mental state. It's hard, and there's a lot of rejection. You just have to be ready for that. It's the world today.
No wonder Brandon Pope's so good at it. Rejection, that's something he got really used to. All right, thank you very much, Ellen Bird. Really cool stuff and very helpful. We're trying to help everybody out there this month. So tips like this go a very long way. And for more information or job hunting tips at all, everybody, check out Artisan's website and blog, creative.artisantalent.com. Or you can follow Ellen on Twitter. She's very helpful as well at Ellen Matches for the latest info for job seekers.